So you want to grow your hair longer, and I'm starting off with really, really curly hair because a lot of you say, oh, what about my hair? And I have curly hair, wavy hair. Well, if you have a shorter haircut, like say it's like really, really short, what's going to happen is you're going to naturally have a lot of layers to your hair. So as your hair is growing out, the one advantage you're going to have is that you're going to have some layers naturally because the haircut is growing out, which was layered before. Now, what's going to happen is if you don't maintain these layers, it's going to start to get very heavy and become very flat and like a triangle. It's going to end up looking like, kind of really poofy down here. Whereas if you are growing your hair out, depending on the type of curl pattern and look that you want, having more layers in your hair, like up here, is going to help relieve some of that weight to maintain some shape and some balance in through here. So you can see it has a much nicer silhouette to the shape, and it's going to be a lot easier to maintain. So make sure as you're growing your hair out, if you've got, and you want longer hair, you have to make sure that you're getting regular trims, right? On, skimming the ends, going to, I would say, a curly hair expert, someone who is an expert in textured hair, because they really, really can save you and your hair and help you make it look phenomenal while growing it out. Also, keep your hair moisturized. You need to use products like my products from my line. 25 spray will be your best friend, and also a really, really good shampoo and conditioner from my lineup as well. Now, let's say your hair is a bit more straight or even slightly wavy. This is an example of what it's like not to have any layers to the hair. So if you don't have layers in your hair and you're trying to grow it out, first thing is just really be patient. Your hair has to really get to the point where it's going to grow and get a lot longer on its own, right? You can see here's a ponytail back here. You just need to grow it. It could take you a year and a half, 2 years to get your hair to this point. Just be patient, let it grow as long as you can, and then I would suggest, getting a trim. And this is what happens on the ends too. You can see how stringy and fine and thin these ends are. If you don't get regular trims, it's going to look like this. So the hair is going to look really dead and stringy on the ends, which is not going to make your hair look healthy. But if you don't have layers in your hair and you want to grow it out much longer, this is an easy method because you just grow it and you can put it in a ponytail, anytime you want. When you get layers, you have to worry about, maybe pieces falling in the face like this. You're going to have some more shape and volume in through the sides here. So, growing your hair out without layers could be a really, really good advantage, but this is exactly kind of what it would look like if it was slightly even wavy. You can see this hair has some wave to it and some movement by just growing it and growing it and growing it, using the right products and being patient. Some of you may be saying, oh my gosh, that's my hair. This is literally 100% Asian hair, okay? I can tell you right now it's Asian hair, which is very, very silky smooth, very, very pin straight, and it likes to just want to fall down in the face this way. So depending on the look that you want, you can have a style like this and look really, really awesome and really, really cool. The thing is finding that right balance of what's okay to constantly be falling in a face like this, so you can see I have a side part on here. So if you're growing your hair out, you need to experiment with how you're parting your hair. What are you doing with your hair as far as the style itself? If you just let it hang in your face like this all the time or try to do a middle part like this and this is what's going to happen. So you have to literally experiment and see which way your hair grows, because that's going to help keep the hair over this way. If you go against the grain like this, watch this. The hair just wants to flip back going this way, okay? So since the hair pattern on your scalp, which you can look at your scalp really close up in the mirror and see, it wants to go over this way. So when you go with it, you have less problems. You can get layers on this, and it's going to help give it some texture and some light movement. But this is a good example of what the hair would look like. Say you've got a bit more texture throughout here, you're getting your hair razored, thinned out a lot, even on very, very straight hair. You just got to kind of maintain this and find someone who can actually help you keep this look. Here's another example of an individual who, this has, I would say, finer hair, but a ton of hair, right? So this is more of like, you think grunge or maybe in a rock band or something like that, or just you want to have your hair long. This is no layers, once again. So you can see if you don't have layers, you don't want any volume to your hair. You want this close and matted to your head as much as possible, then getting no layers would work. Now, what could work, and I've done this on clients in the past, is right in this area. Let's just say you do want a little bit of shape right through here. You could actually get a face frame and I've done this before, a light face frame, which means you're getting some pieces cut a bit shorter, angling downwards this way. All that's going to do is open this up a little bit and give you a little bit of texture like this. All right, you get maybe get a couple of pieces hanging down here. It's a great option if you do want to have your hair longer, you don't want a lot of layers, you still want to be able to pull it back, and put it into a ponytail or a man bun. But honestly, if you're growing your hair out and you're kind of lost, you have to grow this. It's going to take, again, this could take a year and a half, 2 years. Just be patient and go through the awkward stage until your hair is so long that you're like, oh my gosh, Salon Guy was right. I just had to let it grow and stop messing with it. So if you want to purchase any of my products, you can use code YouTube20. I have one of your best friends for long hair, which would be this brush right here, my anti-static vent brush. This is an amazing brush. It's really going to help you as far as getting through those knots. And then also my 25 spray. 25 spray is essential for spraying it in when it's damp. It's the most incredible detangler, and it's going to help keep your hair moisturized. So shop.thesalonguy.com and use code YouTube20 for 20% off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.